Hello, ons cat here, we're playing Final Fantasy XVI. This is the Final Fantasy mode playthrough. We're gonna continue the story. We're headed for the Velcro Desert. Together with the uncle Byron and Rosfield. Towards Dalmekia.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
That dune, beyond the ruins. Mark them well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands. Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
Who do you think those soldiers were?
So,
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalimil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Look, there. Those are ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehair. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead's skin, we'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you!
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two.
Come on.
Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
Yeah, take it. Try it.
Bravo, my boy! Just like that!
You?
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Clive? What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Well, we didn't know where to find before, we do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
Ah, they've closed the road. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors.
We have to get...
Not by...
by guile, then.
Rosina Dalimil. But how will we find her?
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of me. I'll wager this Rosina Dalimil is the...
That would certainly help to narrow the...
And that's exactly what I mean.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Anything I can interest you in? My thanks. Fare you well.
Crystal delivery's over.
Anything I... Allow me. My good... We're seeking to expand... Well, thank you. Oh, no. Well...
This river runs all the way to the southern seas.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalimil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Won't you come and play, handsome?
Your arms are like iron.
Just look at the hanging lanterns. Keep it up.
Can I help you?
Yes, a long-standing...
Then you should ask. He's been here for years. Try the baths.
Thank you, kind... Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furder knows. Excuse me. Are you Furder?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalimil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I know who you're looking for. Go.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think.
So you're...
I beg your...
Don't play the... Stick your nose...
Who are you working for? Him or her?
He wanted us... Though one could...
Lord, look what the...
You're skilled with a blade. A fitting talent.
You know who I... So what now? Calling the men of...
That isn't my decision. Our work is take him to meet his...
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure?
Needed to a silk softness. Likely to take a sniff, good sir. My carpets have...
Is this the place?
Ubor's Forge.
So it was so much for Rosina Dalimil.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. Sorry. Whoever this Lubor truly is,
See that he gets it. Ubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid II?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff!
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sith, assuming he is an ally, of course.
And yet even then I had more good sense than... But enough of the pleasant. I want you to put an end... Return to me when you...
What trouble?
Manners, Greybeard.
Watched it.
My apologies. Follow the... Oh, but that was 3.
Ha! It will be easy. Let us divide our forces, Clive.
I thought we were the only ones causing... trouble in Dalimil.
Master Lubor has high expectations of you.
Excuse me.
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant... Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between, and it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market, either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalimil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way.
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang, for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the Rock throw their money about like...
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work.
Fresh bread from
Fresh
the
from
oven.
the grill.
Yeah,
Get it while it's
have a
hot.
taste.
You wouldn't believe how much you gave. What can I... Ugh.
You have...
Don't be stupid. Don't want to be stuck on... No, just leave.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
What do you want?
I'm looking for my...
The gentleman who was with you.
Thank you.
Let me treat you.
I need a drink.
Fucking men of the wrong. Anytime to go. Huh?
Will this suffice?
By the sense.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle? Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show, one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support if things turn sour.
Of course.
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice.
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes?
Of course. Right.
Not bad at all. You weren't But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee?
Because these crystals are no longer you're buying from them.
And we have no more but we have ships, and we'll glad...
Royalists, eh?
What? Why? To collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, and being sucked. And now that these crystals are officially
Did you get all that? There...
So... My lord!
Double-crossing dogs. They're not... Kill them! Kill them both!
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalimil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. It occurs to
Clive.
So, Sid the Sec. Well, Clive, you held up your end of. To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed, and those left behind have been encouraged to.
Thank you. You still have the purse I gave to the.
Oh, dear.
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield. Thank you very much.
No.
Of all the.
Here, where the... Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, tell them that...
Omia Lostelan. Tu Isakelis.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all.
It will come on, Uncle.
My carpets have bright...
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
The juiciest meat from Green's Bay.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Sweet incense.
Ha! They've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubor?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royal. Dalmekia and Waloed are allies, but no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. I fear there may be more trouble. If you're determined to den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Sid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on? There it is, Drake's Fang.
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert. You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know? Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
I'm coming for you, Kupka. Ned, you and I... What? Alas. Still, ours is a blessed corner of the Velcroy. At least they did. So... how very fitting. Of course, there's simply no other way. Farewell now.
I've never even forged a button. Perhaps Forge Master Luber's having fun at my expense.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Oh, wait. Sorry. My mind was... I'm Sava, Master Luber's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that I don't suppose you have any idea.
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask.
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
So?
Good question. And then there's this little riddle to...
The way I see it, there's only... We need information.
You're right. Now, there's plenty of folk in Dalimil who you... There's the butcher. Of course, they're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools. All right. I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak...
All right.
Let's hope that someone's...
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I better get to it.
The finest fabrics!
The most fragrant...
Welcome, sir.
A question. I need to know what...
You a blacksmith or something?
Something.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy...
So a knife that stays sharp.
Plates and pots!
Holes and masons! Everything I've worked for. Brilliant.
Sweet incense! Wax candle!
Well, we can make our way back.
Are you looking for something in particular? Here you are.
What is it?
Sorry.
Hunter?
I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a good carving knife?
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you.
All business, eh? Man after my own heart.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Silver platters, made from the stoutest stoneware.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
It would make
My carpets have pride of place in...
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp.
All the cook said was that he needs his knives too heavy and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his... But that can't be right. I've bandied enough... No. We must be missing something.
No doubt you're right, but I have to make a start soon.
Agreed. Lubor wouldn't...
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But its hard trouble is, it's either durable, or meaning someone is going to be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there no one else you can turn to?
The other apprentice is a merchant, a favourite of Forge Master Lubor's. I bet she'd know a thing or...
Fly, Ambrosia. Be safe.
Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but... you tell him.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill to handle.
Unique to ash. Are there any materials unique to dalimil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect you to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his dalimil remark wasn't a riddle, but a hint.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled dalimil to get at her mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done for me, but...
Limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you now. Besides, I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's little riddle.
I can't thank you enough, Clive. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces. The place is bloody made of it.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the forge.
Right you are. I'll see you shortly. Do you crush it up or just throw it in the furnace?
One rock looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what Sava needs.
Finally, we'll be able to get this. Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness from your door.
Silver platters!
Plates and pots! Coals and mason!
The juiciest meat from greens.
It would make us
The finest fabrics! Fresh from
I wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this is enough.
You are one of the good ones, you know that. You and that merchant both, she's got quite a gift for tea. Now, time to see if lime... That'll do, I reckon. A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalimil. Her spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
I only hope Master Lubor agrees.
That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting tired of waiting.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife? What do I... It's sharp, and it's heavy. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a... It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted.
And I was so certain I had it.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but... Next question. How much do you think I would charge?
Well, if it took you... I would.
And who would be able to pay? The butcher? The hunter? The cook? So Dalimil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lord. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava. Know your customers.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is... just... I'd say you're worth keeping around a little. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will. What would you...
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune.
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle, though, eh? The spirit of Dalimil had nothing, meaning I had you.
You've passed your test. That's all that matters. You'll have a forge of your own in no time.
And when I do, I'll craft you the finest carving knife you have. Thank you, Clive. I honestly don't think I could have done it without all your help.
I hear you and the Master are working together now. Glad to have you on board.
My carpets have pride and
Take a sniff,
They're
sir.
quite right, meat and
Fresh
chop.
bread, warm from the oven.
The baths are, closed for scrubbing. Please.
All those years of toil.
You all right?
The baths are closed. On second thought, perhaps you are just...
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business. The baths. The water's turned I've no doubt that my woes stem... But I can't go and investigate for fear of my... I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one.
All right. I'll go and take a look.
Wonderful. It's not far. Leave the market by the south. These baths are all that keep me from my livelihood, my very...
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
Thanks, Gal. By the flames. That explains the heat.
Well done, Tom.
Slow. Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
Plates and pots! There he is.
Bowls and
The
basins.
man who... I was hoping we'd be seeing you again. The baths grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now before we are back to business as usual.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this. What...
Not what I expected, that...
You tell a fine... That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? But I burdened you with my worries enough all... Right. It's high time I got back to work with it. It's just as well I sent you to the
The, scrubbing is almost finished.
This town is truly blessed. The bustling markets,
In the next video, we're gonna go after Kupka, which will be the dominant fight as well. So thank you all for watching. Wish you all well. See you in the next video.